Hey everybody, it's Ellie here with a quick content warning. This episode gets a little bit gory towards the end, so listener discretion is advised and parental guidance would be recommended. Enjoy the show! Previously on Deck of Many Aces.
Once upon a time, there was a kind and wise and beautiful witch who lived in the forest with her familiars until a witch hunter murdered her, and now she's dead. If you get revenge and kill him and bring his eyes to her corpse within a week, she'll come back to life. Or so you've heard.
2 ones.
So you are a fox.
I think my fox's name is Bernard.
So that is an 8 and a 3.
Oh, I was so hoping you would get this. You're a crow.
I think their name is Long Toes.
That's cute. I
Very
like
good.
that. Drum roll.
That's a 2.
Your first one is a cat. In the corner, you also see a familiar man and a familiar scent. He's sitting next to another figure. The man reaches in his bag and pulls something out. He's holding out his hand, thrusting it out for something to be put in. You don't know quite what, but you can smell cow's blood. Welcome to Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast with actual asexuals. I am Am, I'm your GM, I'm your gay
You had this
I'm
so...
trying to say something that's not master, because that's
Oh
bad.
yeah, no.
You had this so planned out last time, and you clearly only thought of one.
I'm your gay mind flayer.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Hello. And today we are continuing our play of The Witch is Dead, Grant Howitt's one-page RPG. We love you, Grant. Keep doing what you do.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. And with me today I have your name, your pronouns, and your characters. Both of those things, please.
Hello, I'm Chloe. I use she, her pronouns, and today I am playing Bernard, who is a fox, and he uses he, they pronouns.
Hell yeah.
I am Eiriol, I use she, they pronouns, and I am playing Long Toes, who is a crow with normal sized toes, and they them pronouns.
Stop.
Why is this easier to do than our normal character intros?
I don't know.
Because there's one less of us.
I think Ellie's energy definitely throws chaos into the mix, because I'm very much pro-chaos until I'm in charge, and then I'm like, right, I'm the leader of this group project, we're going to do things properly.
Amazing.
Hi, I'm Katie. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns, and today I am playing Oi, who is a cat.
You gotta lean away from your mic and be like, oi!
I'm already a couple of feet away from my mic.
A couple of long toes away from your
No!
mic. Yay!
How many toes? Nobody knows!
No! No!
They only grows because they're long toes.
Oh, God.
I hate that you call your bird long toes. Why would you do it?
You know, when I was thinking of it, I was like, oh, what is it going to be? Like, and then I was like, long toes? Oh, no. And then I was like, there is nothing coming into my head other than long toes now. That's what it is.
You know what it makes me think of? Do you remember the Spy Kids movie when they make people and they're like,
the thumb people.
face and neck is a thumb? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what, yeah.
That's worse than long toes.
That's the energy that I'm getting.
Yeah, that movie is, like, nightmare fuel.
So, you guys, last we left you, are outside the tavern, which I have come up with a clever name for.
Ooh.
It's called Mitres Loom.
Ah, lovely.
Hey!
Does this imply the existence of a witch class in the wider game of Deck of Many Aces?
I was more concerned with, is this canon?
Well,
Both of the answers to those questions are that is Ellie's problem.
okay. Well, maybe she's not in fact a witch. She's some weird multi-class that it turns out
Yeah.
as a witch.
She's like
That's fair enough.
wizard, cleric, multi-class.
Yeah, I played a witch before in a D&D game my friend ran. I was actually I was a little leopard gecko kobold. And
Amazing.
I played. So what we did is basically I was an evocation wizard, but I had access to the druid spellcasting list.
Nice.
That's a neat way of doing it, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so that was my lizard wizard. That was my first homebrew class feature. It was really fun. My boyfriend played a lizard folk, and my kobold was really excited because she was like, "Oh, brilliant! It's another lizard folk like me. This is great. We're going to be best mates." She was Australian, and Will's character was very much like, I am going to eat this small lizard." It was very chaos energy.
This is both of your vibes, very much. So.
Yeah, it's great. We have only twice maybe played PCs who get on. Speaking of playing PCs who get on, despite your familiarity, yeah, I'm great at these segues. Despite your similarities and familiarity, which is what I was planning to say, I've had a lot of chocolate. I'm having a bit of a sugar high, I'm not gonna lie. You guys are in different places outside Mitres Loom. So we have Oi, who has wandered through the entrance like the king he is.
He is.
Yes, he is. All cats are kings. We're proud cat owners here at Doma. And
Yeah,
we
we are.
understand. Yeah, Chloe's being given the help action today by her cat, who's hanging out with her.
Yeah, I figured that he would make more noise outside the door than inside the door, so I let him in.
And then Long Toes, and their cursed name, is on the roof, looking into the rooms that the tavern offers. And then Bernard is by the back door in the area where the chef and waitstaff go to smoke, basically, is where you are, by the bins. So, yeah, you guys are separated. You can look around to find each other. You can each enter. What would you like to do?
So I had just seen the hunter, right?
Yeah.
Can
Hunter
I-
is in the kitchen and talking to someone in long robes. They're covered in blood that smells of cow.
I'm sorry, every time you say Cal, I think you say cow, and I get so confused.
Sorry, I have a proper accent.
Has this guy murdered our witch? And then also some other cows? Go on.
I can call her by her full name if you'd like me to say Callista Redcheek every single time.
It is so fine. Anyway, can I realistically say that the two figures are beneath like one of those lines of like hanging saucepans?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
I would like to use my unseen hand to knock all of the saucepans onto their heads.
We're turning this into a prop comedy.
Cool. So what skill do you think... Because I think you can make an argument for every single skill here. So what skill do you think Bernard uses for magic? And if you pick this one, by the way, this is what I'm going to make you roll every single time you want to use magic.
Okay. Well, I was originally... Before you said that, I was going to say, well, this is quite a intimidation kind of thing, so it would be fierce, but I think normally it's not. Normally it would probably be clever because Unseen Hand has a lot of capabilities. So I guess clever would be trying to like think
Clever.
how to use this spell right now.
Mark
kind of thing.
your danger up to 2, because using magic is always dangerous.
Yes,
Reminder, if you roll equal to or below your danger, then you're incapacitated in some way.
I may die.
Is there any mechanic that reduces your danger?
Yes, there is, which is... You can lower your danger by solving or running away from your problems.
Okay.
I love that running away is an option,
Yeah, of course it is. If you don't want Cal to come back to life, she doesn't have to.
but that would be sad.
Of course she has to.
So, yeah, describe to me what it looks like when Bernard casts a spell and the result of it. But first roll. Give me a clever roll.
I rolled a 2, which is a 4 total.
4 total. That's
My danger
fine.
level is 2. How does that work?
If you ever roll, it just says if you ever roll equal to or under your danger. What I think that means is
Total.
total. Yeah. So
Cool.
you're fine for now. Describe to me what Bernard does, how he casts magic.
I think that Bernard is quite a fidgety fox anyway, but when he casts a spell, they're really focused and they get super still and they stare at the spot in the kitchen where they're going to manifest this unseen hand until it pops into existence. Except you can't see that because it's unseen. But I'm so tired. I'm sorry.
Does it look like a fox's paw, or does it look like Callista's hand?
It's unseen.
I mean, considering that we already established that Bernard uses this to open doors, I think a fox's paw would not do that very efficiently. So I think it looks like Callista's hand. Which would still be quite small, because she was a halfling. Yeah, but
So
it doesn't
you've
look like
not-
that, because you can't see it. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
And yeah, just literally manifests and like swipes along the whole line of saucepans to knock them all onto their heads.
So another fun thing about this game is I'm actually not allowed to roll dice. I just decide how hard the challenge ratings are. So yeah, I think the dice falls over and sort of knocks the both of these men on the head, and they kind of like quickly look up and see nothing there. The priest does some kind of religious blessing with his hands, and the hunter sort of stands up, hands on the table, and he says, "I think they're looking for me. I need to leave, but where is the reward that I was promised?" And the priest looks very flustered, and he says, "Look, whilst I obviously appreciate what you've done, I don't believe that this was an agreement per se." And then the hunter kind of leans forward and grabs a bottle, and the priest steps back in fear, and he says, "You will give me what I'm owed right now." And the priest kind of like,
can I have something happen simultaneously?
"Yes, of course.
I think...
I'll just finish this scene if that's okay."
Oh, okay. Oh, I was thinking that it might be interrupted, but...
Oh, of course. I think so. Basically, what's happening is the scene is the hunter is starting to move towards the priest, and then we will cut back to the front of the house, where a group of very drunk young women, one of whom is wearing a big sash, which has been enchanted with prestidigitation to make it sparkle. It says "bride to be" on it. They're at a table, and they've gone absolutely wild seeing you, Oi, and they're just making like and holding out snacks.
Oi was happy to receive these snacks until he heard a sudden crashing from the kitchen and thought,
Yeah.
"Oh no, there is trouble."
Trouble.
And he's going to run for the kitchen. Is the door to the kitchen open?
It's like a saloon door.
Can he duck under it?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say
I would like to sneak my way into the kitchen as fast as possible.
I am going to need, so I'll ask for either a quick or a sly roll. Both will have, so if you, for example, do like a medium quick roll, you'll succeed, but you might be seen. If you do a medium sly roll, you'll get there without being seen, but you might be a bit slow. So those are kind of the decision.
I think he's been run out of kitchens before, so knows that he has to sneak in because they're on the lookout for him. So he's going to be sly and sneak in, even though it might be a bit slower. Do I roll? I rolled 2 plus 3 sly. It's a 5.
Brilliant. 5. Okay, your danger's still at 1, I believe, right? Cool. Yeah, so you manage to sort of duck under the door, stay close to the shadows. It's a black cat, it's hard to see with the candlelight. And you sort of poke your way into the kitchen. The chef at work is very so you know when you're in a room with two people having an argument and you hyper-focus, or not rather hyper-focus, you focus really intensely on what you have to do in the hopes that it will just make the argument go away.
Yeah.
Big mood.
Yeah, so this chef is really, really intensely chopping onions, just like laser focus on the chopping board, whilst there are two other men in the corner, and it looks like things are about to get violent.
So,
Can you roll me a clever check?
me? Okay. Oh, a 0 is a 10, right?
Yeah, that's a crit success.
Whew.
Okay, yeah, you see Bernard out the back window.
Oh, great.
Bernard.
Hello.
You see Bernard out the back window. Sorry, alternate.
So, can I see that the hunter is the hunter?
Yeah, I'd say you crit success on your, basically notice check. So yeah, absolutely, you can,
You say he's holding a bottle.
yeah, so it's unsmashed at the moment, but it's he's using it like a weapon.
Can I open the bottle?
Absolutely, yeah. What skill do you use for magic?
I usually do... There's a thing where people always try and, finagle whatever they're doing into acrobatics because they're bad at athletics or whatever. But I do genuinely think that Oi has mostly been using his opening and closing to get in and out of places sneakily. So I think he would be doing things in a sly manner, and he would,
Yeah.
with a flick of his tail, pop the cork out of the bottle.
Brilliant. Yeah, so can you roll me your slide check and move your danger up?
Okay, danger is now at
Danger?
2. That's a 7.
7, great. So
Plus sly.
plus sly. Very good.
I hope this is going to be helpful to whoever else is going to do anything.
So you hear the bottle go, and did you guys hear that?
Yep, excellent, Foley.
Okay, good.
It was
Thank you.
wonderful.
I was like, I'll try that again. I'll try a louder one. Nope, still bad. There we go.
Oh, very
That was a good
very
one. ASMR from Am.
Yeah. AMSMR.
I feel like it's golf clap worthy of like.
Or AMSR. And you, so the cork pops out, and this liquid gushes out of the bottle that's brown and sticky and over the man's trousers. He jumps back and the bottle drops and smashes on the floor again, looking around. You did a crit success on your sneak check, so I'm going to say he doesn't see you, but he has fear in his eyes.
Good.
And you recognise the smell that you've been smelling is the strange smell that comes out of these coloured glass bottles that Callista and the other humans drink from.
Does Longtoes hear
Yeah.
the kerfuffle?
I say you hear the crashes, and then you hear someone swear loudly, and then some glass break. What would you like to do?
I think if they can find it, I think they'll fly down to where Bernard is sitting by the window and sit with Bernard there.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for that because it's one building, and Bernard isn't particularly hiding. It's not super hard. So you land next to Bernard, and you guys can see this happening. You can't see Oi, but you know that is magic that he can do. So whether you would make that conclusion or not, that's up to you guys. So the witch hunter and the priest are looking a little scared. The priest sort of starts to back away and run out the back door of the kitchen. The witch hunter is swiftly following. So they are coming into the area where Bernard and Longtoes are. What would you guys like to do?
Could how long would it take for Bernard to jump through? Well, can we get in through the window first things?
I did say the window was open,
Is
I
it
believe. So
okay,
that's
wonderful.
possible.
Oh, okay.
How long would it take to sort of get in there, grab a piece of the smashed glass and get out? Because I'm debating doing that, but also I don't want them to get away.
I really enjoy Eiriol and Katie bringing a lot more chaos energy than Chloe. And then it gets violent, and Chloe's like, I'm like a piece of shattered glass.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, the eyes have got to come out somehow.
yes.
Yeah, it's like,
That's what I was thinking.
Can we call this episode Ellie? Hey Ellie, you have to call this episode The Eyes Have Got to Come Out Somehow.
it's like, these people are running away. What should I do? I know, I'll get a shiv.
Yeah. Well, I mean, roll me a good enough quick roll.
Yeah, let's just go for it.
I will say, this is going to pop your danger up because you are a wild fox. Jumping
Yes, I am.
into a kitchen of a restaurant.
But you said that the chef is concentrating really hard on the onions and not other things.
Yeah, but the argument has
That's
left.
true, but the other people have just left.
Yeah.
Or are leaving.
I'm going to turn to Longtoes and be like, don't let them get away, and then jump in the kitchen.
Cool. Give me a quick roll. I'm going to say this is going to be, there's a little guide to how hard your challenge rating should be. This is going to be an 8.
I rolled a 7.
Oh, no.
No! I will say with that, you manage to jump in, you grab the glass, and as you are making your way back out through the back door, the chef catches sight of you and is going to grab a spare pan and come after you.
Don't like that.
So we have the two people who are leaving and they've sort of now reached the outside area that you two were just in. Less suspicious because there was a fox looking directly in the kitchen on a dumpster, which isn't the case anymore. Now there's just like a crow resting there, which isn't as suspicious as a crow and a fox conflabbing. Oi, you see Bernard hop through the window, grab some of the shattered glass and start to leave. You see also the chef pick up and be like, hey, and just begin chasing after this creature.
Can I...
Hey, listen.
Wait, so was that Eiriol talking, or was that Longtoes using their...
No, that was me making a bad joke.
That was Eiriol making her funny.
I laughed so much I don't know what I did, but my rib hurts now.
Oh.
Good.
Oi would like to try and distract the chef to give Bernard time to get away. Oi is experienced at annoying chefs, so he's hoping that he can give Bernard time to get to skedaddle. I think that's a fierce roll.
I think so.
He's going to try and make a loud, snarly, growly kind of noise.
Yeah. I'm not gonna roll up. I'm not gonna increase your danger because you are like, this is something, not a risk or anything. Like, you're trying to get his attention and get him to chase you.
I have rolled a 5 plus 1.
Okay, yeah. That is the goal, the number for simple tasks. Yeah, I'd say you manage to get the chef's attention, turns around and sees you there, and is like kind of torn for a second between who to chase, and just sort of drops because you're not as intimidating as a fox, kind of drops the pan and moves towards you to pick you up and sort of push you out of the kitchen.
I let him do that because I don't think he's going to hurt me.
Cool, yeah, no, he doesn't. He just kind of pushes you out the door. Not in a nice way, but, you don't get hurt.
He kicks me at?
He doesn't kick me at, like, football, no. Just kind of, like, shoves you out. You know when people, like, just drop cats with no concern for their well-being? Very much that.
They land on their feet.
Yeah, and background to the back of the tavern, you see the priest and the witch hunter running one after the other towards a larger building on the other side of the town square.
I think that's got to be Bernard and Longtoes'.
Yeah. I will say so they run round the back and then into the town square and across it. So if you leave the tavern, they will. Also, Oi will see them and you guys could join up again because this is difficult.
Hang on. So they've gone straight from the tavern, from the back of the tavern, and then across the square?
Yeah, so they ran out of the tavern and then round sort of the side alley, and then which leads back out onto the town square and then across it.
Okay.
I think Longtoes is going to sort of tail them from above, and they want to try and find a point where they're like alone and like preferably in a dark alley. That's the typical point.
Okay, well,
that's the vibe they're going for.
Unfortunately for you, there's a big religious town festival going on at the moment, and they are running towards the church.
Of course they are.
If you want, we can try. You will have to crit, and I'll make you mark up another point of danger.
No, I think they're seeing they're going towards the church. They have a different idea, and they'll.
Okay.
Is the church like an open kind of temple thing, or is it a?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. Longtoes is going to try and hide themselves just somewhere like very well hidden, so that they won't be able to spot them from it.
Okay. Give me a slide check.
That is an 11.
Oh, brilliant. That's even better than the best possible success. 10 is written down on my sheet as near impossible.
Oh, wow. Okay, I've been running well.
So that's really good. So you managed to successfully hide in this little crevice sort of behind a statue that's right at the altar of this horned figure you don't particularly understand. And you see the priest rush in, push himself back against the altar, start praying, and this man who's dropped his bottle but now has a great sword. Actually, no, you know what he has? He has a bastard sword, a hand and a half sword.
Hey everyone, it's Ellie here. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. If you are, please consider checking out our supporter Acast link. This is like a virtual tip jar where you can just give us a little bit of a thank you in financial form. We obviously accept thank yous in non-financial forms, and you are in no way obligated to do this. It would just be a nice cool thing. All the proceeds of that go towards things like making a web domain, investing in merch, and also compensating the lovely, lovely PCs that I have on this show, because they're great, and they deserve all the love and all the riches in the world. You can find that at supporter.acast.com/deck of many aces, with spaces in between the words. There's also a link right at the bottom of the episode description. Also, do you have a podcast, TTRPG product, or Twitch stream that you think that the listeners of this podcast might be interested in? If you do, then why not use this space to advertise it? If you're interested in advertising your product here, get in contact with us at deckofmanyaces@gmail.com. Enjoy the rest of the show!
he approaches this terrified priest. Bernard and Oi, are you running in after them?
Yeah.
Boy is going to, yeah. Might be a bit of consternation among the populace if Bernard does so.
Yeah, I think I was going to say Bernard will, like, tail them,
Yeah.
like, sneakily, like,
Okay.
rather than run across the town square.
Oi is going to do the cat zoomy thing.
Of course he is.
Oh yeah. Eyes go like,
Oi.
it's like Popeye and spinach, but with catnip.
There's probably like 15 other cats in the town
Yeah.
also doing the cat zoomy thing.
Cat's having
Like,
a great time.
Oi is so fine.
It's catnip season and everyone's zooming.
Yeah, everyone's having a brilliant time.
Okay, I'll do a slow roll for
Yeah.
Bernard.
And I'm gonna add another one to your danger if that's okay.
That's okay. I rolled a 3,
Which is your danger, right?
which is my danger, yeah.
You are incapacitated in some way.
Oh no.
I'm not going to hurt you, but I will say you get lost in this crowd.
Oh no.
There's just so many people.
It would be wild.
Yeah, so I'm going to basically give everyone a couple of actions and then you can rejoin unless someone chooses to help you. But
enough.
there's just so many tall people moving about, you cannot see a way in front of you. You're used to forests and quieter paths, but it's just so loud and confusing and there are so many smells and you're essentially having a sensory overload.
Did Bernard manage to get the bit of glass?
Yeah,
Yes.
Bernard's still got a piece of glass in his mouth.
Okay. I'm afraid Oi is not going to stop to help Bernard, mostly because he hasn't noticed.
Yeah.
Cat zoom.
He's
Yeah.
going to keep going to the temple, and he was expecting Bernard to be a little slower anyway, so...
Yeah, I think Longtoes is already there by the time this happens and doesn't know, and also has a plan in mind, so is focusing on that.
What's the plan?
I really hope it
So-
involves Speak Human.
Yeah, so it's very vague, and I'm abusing that to the most of its ability. Of it's speak human, but it doesn't say where that voice is coming from and how many there are.
This is incredible.
And I also think that it's definitely with it's Oi. I think the speak human voice is Cal's voice.
Oh, I was so hoping you would do this.
And I think while the hunter is not sneaking up, like attacking this priest, Cal throws their voice just behind the hunter, and says,
Can you do a West Country accent? Because that's what all my halflings have.
uh,
Shall I say it and Ellie can dub it in the voice of Cal?
if you want to. I need to figure out what I'm saying first.
Yeah.
I think Cal says,
I hate to trouble you, but we'll be needing your eyes.
oh,
Um,
no.
And the hunter's
In which small woodland creatures terrorize a man.
Justly terrorise a man. Deservedly terrorise a man.
yeah, the hunter's head just whips round. His face is white as a sheet, and he goes, Callista. Terrified, the priest uses this time to scramble away, and the man turns his sword to face the empty space ahead of him, looking around for something. Oi and Longtoes, you can take another action if you'd like to.
Where is the priest trying to go?
To the, I don't know what it's called. Chloe, what's the name of the priest's special office in the church?
The vestry.
Is it behind a door?
Yeah. He's trying to go through a door into the
The
vestry.
door is going to slam closed and lock itself with a twitch of the tail
Yes.
of Oi.
Very good.
Hey.
I forgot to make you both roll magic, by the way, and increase
Yes.
a danger point.
I increased the danger point.
I'm rolling magic. That's a 9 plus 3.
Brilliant.
I'm now on 3 danger though.
Longtoes, what skill do you use?
I think typically Longtoes' magic is sly because they're using it largely to kind of freak people out and scare them away from the
Yeah.
witch's hut when they're not wanted in any important spaces within
Yeah.
the forest. And so it's rather than actually using it to communicate with anyone. Do I need to roll or?
Yes, you do. And if you get equal to 1 your danger.
Yes. That was an 8, so it's
Brilliant. Yeah, so that's no problem. And it is... The door locks, and Longtoes, you have another action, because Oi has taken theirs.
I think in some ways Longtoes wants to go harder.
If you want, I will let you, because I've specifically stated that this person has visited cow before. So if you want to, I'll let you roll just like a straight up d20 to see if you can remember anything else that you learned or knew about him that you can use.
Ooh, yes. That's a juicy thing to give. Okay. That's a 14.
14, okay. So the fear on this man's face reminds you of something. There's a little twig in your memory of a few months ago. You saw this same scared face before, this same face covered in blood, as this man was brought to Cal's hut, your hut, on a horse that was exhausted, and he collapsed off and fell onto the ground. She rushed out and was able to heal him and take care of him.
Which man was this? The hunter or the priest?
The hunter.
Huh.
They looked at each other with some strange fondness in their eyes, but he left the next day. Oh my god, sorry. My mic has just arrived in the middle of this recording. Continue.
Quick mind change.
I'm not going to change it because it'll really mess up the disparity, but continue.
I think Long Toes is going to throw their voice again, but this time rather than just sort of putting it just behind their head, they sort of just keep on moving where it's coming from.
I helped you. I helped you. I saved you. I saved you. You took. You hurt. You destroyed. You hurt. You destroyed. Yeah, I mean, give me another magic roll and add another danger point.
Oh, that is a 10. Oh yeah, baby. I've been rolling good this time. Probably that carried over to Delphi's roll.
Cool. So I will say with that crit success, I believe, he just starts swinging his sword wildly at the air as people scream and run out of the temple.
Oh, there's people here?
Parents pick up their children. Yeah, there's people in the temple. They've been watching. Parents pick up the children and carry them out. A baby is crying in the chaos. And this man
oh boy.
staggers back and trips over, falling at the feet of the statue of Eiriol, glorious and terrible, holding an hourglass and a scimitar in her hand, kind of looks up with tears in his eyes. This man is on the brink of madness, and a little fox trots into the temple in the middle of this chaos.
Holding a shiv in its mouth.
Yeah, holding a piece of sharp glass in its mouth.
What's up, guys?
A cute little
see-
fox. Wait, it's got a knife!
No!
What you got there, buddy?
No! No!
Bernard.
Oh my god, why does he have a...
What you got there? Stab.
You see, I named him, if anyone cares. You see Sir Blake Atherton, that's S-E-R, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, it was really fun. Cowering in front of the statue of this humanoid figure with horns. What would you like to do?
I mean, if everybody is screaming and running out of the church, I don't think they're going to be paying much attention to me.
No, you're fine.
So I will literally run. I woke up today and chose violence. I'm going to run straight at him and try and pounce on his back. Oh wait, is he on his back or where is?
He's on his back at the foot of this statue, cowering. Yeah.
I pounce on the front then.
Are you just going for the?
Yeah.
Are you just going for the eyes?
Oh yeah.
Knock the statue onto him! Knock the statue onto him!
Cool. Give me a fierce roll and add a point of danger, because you are very close to a human's face with sharp glass.
Okay. It's dangerous for the human, maybe.
Is that dangerous? Don't
damage the eyes.
How are you going to carry these eyes, gang?
Mouths. We all have mouths.
We haven't thought that far ahead.
8.
I'm gonna say with an 8, you manage to the glass. You move sort of towards his face, and one of the eyes just pops out and then rolls down the glass onto your nose.
Onto my nose, did you say?
Yeah, because I'm imagining like a.
Oh, I see.
What, balancing like a dog?
Like a scooped, like the bottom of a glass bottle where it's kind of.
So I'm carrying it with the wisp in the piece of glass. Amazing.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
it's in the divot of the glass.
Gotta boot the snoot.
Did they say both? Did we hear both eyes or just one eye?
So it's just one. With an 8, you just get one. So now I'm going to give sort of everyone else an action. So he's screaming in pain. Just very surprised. He's going to try and shove you off him. Can you make me a quick roll to try and dodge out the way?
4, which is beneath my danger.
Okay, I'm I'm gonna say he pushes you so far that you fall off the little plinth and onto the stone floor and just hit your head, and you're going to be
Sad.
knocked out, incapacitated,
Oh no.
Oh no.
until the others decide to help, or if they can. So we've got one eye down. You still have the eye though, which is great. Oi!
Oi would like to close the mouth of the hunter because to stop him from screaming.
Good plan.
Excellent. Roll me your magic and up your danger.
That's an 8 plus 3.
Yeah, okay, totally fine.
I'm now on 4 danger, which is quite high, and I don't think we're going to be running away or solving any of our problems anytime soon.
It's like a magical zip on his mouth. Actually, you know what? No, that's not what happens. His mouth disappears.
Ooh.
Oh. Spicy.
That's the word you want to use?
So it's like a little bit just skin where the lip should be, and there's just like a.
No, you could do that.
Okay, long toes.
Peck, you have a beak. Peck something's eyes out.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, but I feel like that's going to be hard if they're still like up and at, like flailing.
He is bleeding profusely out of one eye socket. To be fair, not the most focused right now.
I think that's the way to go then. I think Longtoes is going to fly out of their hiding place, and they're going to like try and like use their claws to like grab onto their face and then peck out the eye. Really
Okay,
dig in
this
to
is
get.
going to be. Yeah, it's going to be another point of danger, and I'm gonna tell you now the difficulty rating. This is going to be an 8.
Oof!
So you're going to roll a 7 or higher.
That's an 8.
Yeah!
Okay, so you land on this man's face, claws either side of where his mouth used to be, and you are able to grab the eye from his socket and leave him blind at the mercy of his god.
Ellie, please put a trigger warning for gore and violence in this episode. Thank you.
Yes, I'm sorry, I did my best, but then they went, I'm going to use glass and packing to get the eyes
He
out.
told us to get his eyes.
That's the point of the game!
Yeah, what did you
It's literally in the description, get his eyes.
You could have edited the game so that we had to get his hair or his anything else.
This is, by the way, I'm just checking because Ali did let me know that gore was a veil. This is cool. I'm not being too gross. Is this cool for everyone? If there's an extra, I can.
For us,
No,
it's
this
fine.
is fine for me.
I'm
I'm
slightly
down.
more concerned just about warning Ellie because I have a feeling it's her veil, and I don't want her to be
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
"Oh yeah, I'll edit this episode," and then listen to it and be like, "Ah, no."
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool. I will totally agree. If it is an issue, then I am happy to edit it as well. But yeah, so you managed to select this feature. Good job. You got the eyes. But your companion is unconscious on the floor of the cold marble temple, and you guys are free to return to Cal's body.
Longtoes has one eye, like in their beak.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say to Longtoes, take the other one and go to Cal. I'll stay with Bernard.
Okay.
Yeah, they nod, not wanting to drop the other eye, and then pick both of the eyes up, and we'll fly back to Cal.
Brilliant. Or you are staying with Bernard.
Yes, because Bernard is still on the ground, right?
Yeah, Bernard's injured. So I will say, as you fly away, Longtoes, you can reduce your danger back down to 1.
Hey.
You are running away from your problems.
Yeah.
Which, as we all know, is a useful thing to do. So I will cut back to you in a second. Bernard is unconscious. Oi, what are you going to do?
Oi is going to kind of pathetically lick at Bernard for a moment. Is the priest still here?
He is back to the door, very terrified. You know what actually I think he's going to do is he looks at the statue of Arain and starts prostrating himself in
Okay.
front of it.
So he's not like an active threat?
No one is trying to hurt you. You guys just hurt the guy who was trying to hurt him, so he's kind of fine with it. He's very concerned, but he's not gonna hurt you guys.
He's down.
Didn't the priest tell the hunter to do this? Should I be murdering the priest?
You can if you want to, but you are. Can you roll me a? Actually, can you just roll me a d10?
Flat D10, okay.
Flat
Oh,
D10.
that's a 1. That's under my danger also.
1. Okay, never mind. That was just to see if you are able to help. Bernard in any way. But I think basically you are...
I can do nothing.
No.
Because I'm smaller than Bernard.
Yeah, I think you can just sort of defend Bernard's bod. I'm happy to cut back to Longtoes if...
Yeah, I don't think either locking, unlocking, opening or closing Bernard is going to do any good for Bernard.
I agree.
No.
Longtoes. As you reach the forest, you're able to go a little bit faster now that you're not travelling with your companions. You reach the cottage and see Cal's body lying on the cold floor outside. A couple of the other animals have surrounded her, and as you flap down, you see the sun starting to rise in the distance. What would you like to do?
So does Longtoes know like the proper, I guess, ritual for... do they know what to do with the eyes once they've got them, or is it just a rumour?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that you have heard mentioned. It is whether you know it will work or not, you're unsure, but you know you have to give them to her.
Yeah, they I think they like land on their chest and will place the eyes carefully down on the chest of Cal. And they have other ideas if that doesn't work, but for now they're just going to start with just placing them on the chest.
Yeah. You place them on her chest, and as the sun rises, they glint off those little orbs, so much so that they seem to be consumed by light. They're glowing brighter and brighter and brighter, and then you can't see, and then she's standing again, looking down at you. Gives you a little pat on the head, and she says, "We should go get the others." Off it taps her shoulder for you to hop onto.
Yep. There, immediately.
Steps forward into apparent nothingness. If you were looking at the clearing, you'd see this young woman take a step and suddenly vanish. But she is stepping back out again into the Temple of Eiriol and kind of looks down at Bernard and Oy and says, "Now we can't be having this." Holds out her hand. There's a growth of vines around Bernard, and you open your eyes to see this young halfling woman kneel down, fumble in her pocket for Bernard and Oy, hold out a handful of something and go. Pss, 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 pss.
Oy is a shoulder cat, so Oy jumps onto Cal's other shoulder.
No, we're out of shoulders. We can't put Bernard on another
I think
shoulder.
Bernard would be a bit big.
Bernard can go in a baby Bjorn.
I've just decided that Bernard doesn't like being carried, so he's not going to have a fun time.
Yeah, as you weave around her feet like cats when people return home after a long trip away, she kind of looks at the scene, goes up to the blind man at the altar and the priest round his god. She says, "Right, you get 3 strikes. That was number 2. I really can't be having you guys doing this. I've only got so many left. Now, I'm going to leave you blind, but I'm going to get rid of this pain for you, okay?" She taps Blake's knee, and his wounds heal very quickly. Kind of looks around for her voice, still terrified. The priest points at her and says, You know it is against Eirion's will for you to be here in this temple, to be back from the astral plane. It's unnatural. Healing magic is unnatural." And she kind of looks at him with a very unimpressed glare, and is very much says, "Well, if that's the case, I won't be helping you out anymore. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I've got some things to catch up on with my friends." Gives you a little scritch. Bernard, She steps into thin air again, and you are all suddenly back in the cottage. The animals surround you, and the space where her body used to be is growing into a little tree.
Aww.
The sun rises, and you are home again. And they all lived happily ever after.
Except the hunter.
Except the hunter.
Oh.
Who knows, maybe he has some growing to do.
Maybe he does.
Is his mouth still closed, or...?
Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Chloe Elliott, Eiriol Evans, Katie McLeod, and me, Ellie Webster. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Deck of Many Aces, or tweet at us using the hashtag Doma. If you thought that the music for this episode was incredibly cool, because it is, you can check out all of the soundtrack to Deck of Many Aces and more at Chloe's SoundCloud, which is in the description. If you want to hear more of Am, then check her out on Rendezvous with Destiny, a Scion actual play podcast that she helps to create. She is the editor and extraordinaire PC Flora Watson, who is an awesome character. They've just released the beginning of their new series, the Yggdrasil arc, and I am so excited. Plus, their 1 year anniversary is coming up soon, so if you want to get in on some cool exclusive action, you should check out their Discord. They're having a special watch party on May the 5th. Details can be found out on their Discord, and I will put a link in the description. Am is also on Weave the Tales Twitch stream every Thursday evening from 8 o'clock, so go check that out. Finally, you've already heard it in this episode, but we have an Acast supporter link. If you could check it out and maybe drop us like a small tip, that would mean the world to us. Obviously no pressure though. We love you just the same. Next episode is coming out on the 14th of May. Wee-oo, exciting. We will see you then. Have an ace week. Bye!